My name is Mundi, Qalo. I'm from Solomon Islands. I'm leading the outreach team to all the Pacific Islands that we are doing our outreaches. We go to Pacific island countries because most of the Pacific Island countries, they don't have the qualified doctors, ophthalmologists that can do cataract surgery and other surgeries. The myth that plays a role in these people in the islands, those in the rurals, they believe that cataract blindness is part of the aging process, and so we have to do a lot of awareness first. That is done by the nurses and those people on ground to make awareness. But the good thing is the previous outreaches have made advocacy to some of the patients. The outcome of the previous outreaches made it possible that some of these patients who have received sight from the previous outreaches, they go and advocate to the others that no, it's not part of aging that we have to be blind during old age. No, they can see again, and they go and convince the others that surgery can be done to give them sight again. I think one thing about the Pacific Islands is the geography of the islands, and we are separated by a vast ocean here, and sometimes the weather doesn't permit us to go to those areas, and sometimes the transportation to those areas is quite difficult. And plus, on top of that, the finance in each country is that how can we go right to those areas when there's not enough money to get us right to those areas. And we're trying to locate those old people who are sitting in their huts beside their fires and couldn't see, to try and get them on to the list and get them to the main center. The only thing is the support from the relatives. Sometimes they are not supported by the relatives to take them to the main center to be operated on. I focus on the patient. I can't turn them back when all of them are there. And like they are coming from the far. If we turn them back, they'll turn back and then go and then never show up again tomorrow. So we have to see them on the day they showed up. That's how we cut the numbers. Because I've had experience in the past that when they turn them back, I said, come back tomorrow. They never showed up again. Because that's the only transport they have is on that day. So, and the transport comes in the morning and leaves in the afternoon. So we have to see them on that day. And if they need to be operated on, we explain to them that you have to stay another day or two because you'll be operated on. And they'll be happy because if they're booked for surgery, they'll definitely stay. I think since when I started, John already hinted to me about this man, Fred Hollis. And the first time I joined John was in 2004 in Vanuatu, and he said that, oh, Fred Hollis, New Zealand is setting up this program in Vanuatu, and you can come and stay with me. And I asked him, who is Fred Hollis? And then he explained to me who is Fred Hollis and how these programs last. And then looking at that, I said, oh, it would be nice to carry on the legacy, like giving sight to those unfortunate ones sitting there in the rural areas with the sight that they can do more with their sight, but they could not. And it would be really nice to have that legacy. There's a big family here. Yeah, it's not myself and John. It's a big family that, like, John has been looking after this family for years now. And I tend to be part of the family now. And now taking up this role as outreach ophthalmologist, I see there's a family in Kiribati, in Samoa, in Tonga. I call them family because I liaise with them all the time to see how things can work out for them and for us, and receiving us on our outreaches and what we can do to support them in the work towards elimination of avoidable blindness. Initially, I was like looking at Solomon Islands, but now it's more like a Pacific regional thing. And people in the Solomons now ask me, hey, you're doing the same work in the Solomons now, but now you are going to other countries now. Why can't you stay and just do that in the Solomons? I said, it's not only Solomons now. We have a single aim here is to eliminate avoidable blindness by year 2020, and that means supporting all the Pacific Islands. It's more of a brain sharing than brain draining here. So now my ministry is starting to get the picture that what I'm trying to do is brain sharing. The more hours we spend, the more patients we get. So our aim is like hitting at least 30 to 35 cases a day in surgery. The day after surgery, so even I work late at night, I do my last cataract at 10 o'clock. But I know tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, I'll have the reward.